Hey guys. So I've been getting away from the way too much handicap games I've been doing, and everyone's been saying, enough handicap. Let's do some even. So, yes, sir. On it, sir. So this is I have some live games or rather against human, but if I'm just sometimes I'll just play against the bot. Okay, I'm white. Black is Crazy Stone 3 Dawn. We know all these moves. Okay. This idea is known. AI has told us all about this. I'm going to say that it would be useful to somebody if I went through it. So let's go through it. We're calling this black move a pre-pinch. That is to say, black pinches before the stone's there. So if white comes in, it's black's moving in. So we understand the meaning, right? So if I come in, I'm already pinched. So really makes, hey honey, may I help you? She wants to play with her rope. Yes, you do. Gosh, she's the sweetest thing. It's funny how dogs just capture our hearts. Okay. One of the reasons this is difficult, let's go through it. And I've said it before. In this fight, A is part of the fight. Limiting white, white's getting less because of A, black's getting more sente, more forcing moves. So this move, now the fight isn't going to get over to that second stone. It's too local. Everything's going to be finished before we get there. So it's a one-on-one instead of a two-on-one. To me, I'm the only one I've ever heard say that, but I'm like, isn't it obvious? And isn't that like totally the reason? And of course, contact to settle. So when we contact, it makes us settle easier. It's all different ways of saying the same thing. I'm white. Hop on down. Win fix. Come on out. Makes sense. Oh, this is a variation. I went over this with AI to what are the better moves? That's me. That's me. That's me. So this is the game. And the bot thought black should be playing this way. So here's what should have happened. Black, white, black, white, black. What next? I had a pro tell me recently, he says, this kind of life where you're getting 5 or 6 points, it's not worth the time. So instead, just get out. The getting out move, right? So that's the way to think about it. Now, notice black's uncomfortable shape here. The bot continued to say, you know what? Do this first. Now, when you come out, there's something to do. You can counterattack if you wish. And if you don't wish, then just playing this is perfectly fine too. So hopefully that all made sense. Let's follow up the bot's idea here. Down, smart move. Now If black doesn't do anything, black dies. For any slow pokes, tari, 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 tari. Okay, so black should take, and white gets out. Black's just having so much trouble he should fix, and white gets out. When I do these variations, I tend to go, well, yeah, but what about he does this first? Well, that's too thin. Okay. Well, but what about if he does this first? And I just keep looking around and finding more and more meaning. Okay. But my 3-dan bot, instead of the 9-dan quatrain, went this way. Fine. Kept going. Okay. Sorry. And now I just acted in fear. I said, well, I don't want to play code for life, so I'll play here. Well, that's silly. We know there are no co's in the opening. So I asked Cawtrain, just remind me, what if? Oh, just Atari. Threaten to get out, take it back, take it, just threaten, take it. That's the biggest co-threat black has. And when we capture, how big is that? Not only do we get area 1, which is no slouch, and our group, the A group, has absolute life, which is different from being sort of alive. On top of that, the B stones are so weak. On top of that, black doesn't have time to save, or else he'll just never had a co-threat. So it's like, yeah, I know this, but I found myself, when I just play, I just can't focus like I used to when I was young. I had a pretty sharp mind, not smarts, but focus. I could focus. And I could just, consistently play the correct move. Nowadays, being old and on various drugs, it's like, yeah, focus is pretty much out of the question. So I came down. Him getting this incente, that's quite large. Okay. In these positions, there's a question. This black move is kind of nice. If it's sente, it's kind of big, very thick, strong. This is my gote. He doesn't really care if I capture, since I'm already alive, right? He doesn't care about losing one stone. So it's a big question there. What about that? Well, if black plays it, it's going to be ko for life. So probably be responding. It's a piece of this puzzle that's, in my opinion, an important piece. Okay. I take my sente. AI thought that A was biggest. Really? A? What is A? A is center. A is not the right. If you want to play on the right, it would be here. This is center, right? We're playing in this center. And that's what AI sees here. That's hard for me. That must be some computer stuff that's like AI can use thickness and center shockingly well. That's my own answer. The triangles are all the other moves that are perfectly acceptable. Okay. We did this, right? So I play bottom left. Well, take my cash. Seems to me that should be on the fourth line because black doesn't have an awful lot of center thickness going on. I drop in. That seemed to be fine as far as the computer was concerned. Here AI says, let's take the corner instead. Let's look at Y while we're here. Okay, so points, we like that. Black is prepared to do great things on the right and the center. So for instance, let's look at this picture. It's not just the right, it's the whole center. So that's my guess. And of course, white, the top we already know is not big because I already have a settled group there. I don't need any more stones. And it's hard to develop well, especially compared to black. So yeah, understandable that that would be bigger. The 3 down comes out. I come out. I don't play again. I didn't see it as Sente. Now I did A. Computer agreed. But the triangles, it also thought were all fine, any of the triangles, which I find fascinating. Now AI says A's best. That's a little bit, try to get in the computer's head. What are you thinking here? So if we were to do that, has the A stone been used well? I think so. Let's look at black playing here. Well, boom, boom, boom. Pretty much have to play there. And then it's pretty hard for black to get a handle on this. So I'm thinking, okay, makes sense. I come out. All the triangles are perfectly acceptable. When I see the computer saying, oh, anything will do fine, that's weird for me. I tend to have a mindset of you have to play the exact move at the exact time or you'll lose the game. I mean, that's an overstatement, but that tends to be my attitude. But the computer's saying, oh, just play, keep your eye on the ball, what's important, and play anything that's of good value with that in mind. Okay. So he's saying have freedom. Okay. Well. Here, walking away, perfectly fine. Now, I've had a 9 Don play this on me. It was actually the first serious game I played in 20 years. It was against 9 Don, and I was just so proud of myself. I did really well. And he did these 3 moves, and I expected to get Sente after he did those 3 moves. But he took Sente. And he's thinking in review, he says, oh, those are just forcing moves. They're very useful. Whatever black does, I can still use them well. So I don't need to continue. I'm like, oh, well, that's pretty cool. And so the computer says, yeah, good time for A or any of the other triangles. I connected, creating a heavy group for myself. And that's not on the computer's list. I'm sure it's just a third of a point less value, but still. Okay, I connect. Black. Computer thinks I should play here. This was a bit hard for me. When we go through handicap games, we find moves that are to the point and clear. Even up games, it's a different sort of experience. It's much more detailed. So This takes more time, and we're talking about more details, more readouts. It's just the way even up goes. So a computer says, well, press, and now you have a weakness, a weakness. Now your white stone at Q10 has more, meaning if white comes out, see the 3 in a row that's happening? He's saying, oh, you're creating a lot of Aji. Okay. I didn't want to do it because, well, I've got this. Yeah, what are you going to do with that? Well, usually it means you can run out. In this case, it means that you can't. So in this case, granted, I agree. Sorry for being human. I get out. Black plays away. Kick, computer liked that. And then in, which the computer liked. Okay. This is an important topic point in the game. Area 1, is it whites? No. So let's say at the moment black can't live there. We'll just say that. Okay. What about now? Oh, I better take it. We don't want to play inside our own area for life, taking away one of our own points. If we play this, which also takes the corner, well, that exchange favors black. In other words, it's not, everyone is not really whites regardless, and it's susceptible to all sorts of forcing moves. So I'm interested. I have black all around me. I don't want more black around me in Sente. So this is a classic move to accomplish various tasks. I had a pro tell me in the last couple of years, in this exact position, bottom left, right? Those 3 and 3, 6 stones. Always play A. Of course, I ask, why? He says, because it annoys black so much. I like that response. And then I talked about it with our local 9-Don. He says, yeah, it's a great move to play next, but you don't need to. There's no rush. But here I wanted to. Okay. Boom, boom. Well, let's look at another way. Let's look at a more likely, straightforward kind of deal. Okay. Let's look at white's options. Option 1, boom. Okay, no, can't do that. Boom. All of a sudden, that corner's mine. All cash, period. Black should be thinking about, here, I got that in Sente. Yeah, and black got an absolute group that he can use in any way he wishes. Yeah, but I was the one that he's going to get a bunch of Sente against. So I like that exchange in this case. And then there's all these kinds of moves, right? Boom, boom. Just for fun, let's go down, threaten to connect under. He says, no, you can't connect under. Then we have these options. Getting center. We've got these options. Here I am creating a ladder. If he says, oh, I can't afford that, then all of a sudden we've done that. So you can see this is a move with great flexibility. So you can see why the pro said, oh, just play it. Because it's annoying, blah, blah, blah. Okay. He went this way, which is how I tend to handle it. I've never seen this is another move I've asked a pro about recently. And he says, yeah, it's fine. It's not special, but it's, yeah. Now, I like it because Sente, Sente, uh-oh, where'd that life come from? Right? It leaves the corner open. Tons of Aji in the corner. Don't even dream of saying Atari unless it's absolutely necessary, right? So that's why I play this way as black. Sure, white can come out, but I'm fine. Oh, but you lost a few points on the left. That's nothing. His corner's open. Okay. He went this way. So Atari, all of a sudden, Sente, not Sente. Okay. So that seems to me black made a mistake there. And I start getting out. Computer like that. Computer didn't like this too much. I was thinking if I did nothing, see that cut there? This was really bothering me. So I peeped to get rid of that. But it hurts my 3 stones above it. And I don't really need it. I can give up the corner. Give up the corner? See, there's that mindset. I can't give up the corner. Yeah, just give it up. That's the only way to have freedom on the go board, is to give up your groups, give up your points, and play the correct idea in the correct direction, and it all comes back to you. And I don't know, I can imagine someone sitting there, well, that's crazy. It honestly sounds crazy. Give up a 40-point group. Oh, feel free. Well, that's crazy talk. Yeah, but it's true. Now, a lot of my students over the years have called that playing by faith. And I've always played that way. Well, since my first teacher, I was 4 dan. By the time I got to 5 dan, that's what I believed in. And I found even against top players, top players, still play the right move. As we get around to that eventual situation, all my stones in the right spot, and I can handle it gracefully and well. That was me rambling. I get out. Computer kind of like this move, but this is all fine. Black gets out. I thought doing this once was good. This move, I'm thinking my A group has no eyes yet. My B group feels better eye shape wise, a little more 3-dimensional. But that's 2 weakish groups, and he could just split me. So I want either this idea or this idea, right? They're the same idea. Thought, well, maybe I can start coming in to his big area as I think about the cut at A and the cut at B. Like, I think it might be worthwhile to take a slow step that can't be cut. But that's a little irrational, because if we just play the knight's move, oh, but it's cut. Yeah, but in that area, black can't fight. That's white's area. So I could do more here. I had a student just this morning. We played our first actual game, 4 stones. And he can give me trouble even up. He's rational, which is hard to play against. So I had no idea what was going to happen. 4 stones. He started playing so good. I mean, great stuff. And he pressed me to the limit, and I had to wait all the way to endgame till finally all the little details came together for where I could finally got a win. But it took forever. I don't know what I was saying by that. It was just a strong memory. Okay, he comes in. This move. I found myself concerned here. That's a pretty silly thing to be concerned here. Because worst case, when I get in trouble, I can just live. So even if he lives, it's fine. This is just a silly idea. And it hurts my outside. Silly. And I connect. This is, oh, look at me. I'm getting strong, securing my points, and hey, I can cut him. I'm sorry. If he gets in trouble, he can connect under. It's nothing. Very bad. But we all know this. We play irrationally because the clock's ticking. For me, ego is a big part of my mistakes. He can't do that to me. I'm better than he is. It's like, God, such an idiot. Well, boom, boom. So, which group to help? I thought, well, this is virtual life. And now that I'm alive, I can think about the cut a day and the week B group. I'm just making excuses. This is not good. I'm in pretty tough shape here. This is not good. I'm not doing this well at all. Do not emulate my bad moves. Made it. None of those were good. Just eked out. Luckily, I still had enough points. That's really all. We're just in the end game now. He tried to live. He can't live. Or rather, tried to kill me. Just seeing if there's anything. I thought I was alive here. But it's Ko. Atari, double Atari. He can't save. And I came back. So I got both. And that gives me the win by some small amount. Okay, guys. I'm hoping that when you see my failures, that you go, that's right. We all fail. I shouldn't get caught up in my own failures because it's going to happen every game for the rest of my life. So that's not important. And then I hope you look at the good moves and go, there's a way we can find rational moves. Okay, guys, catch y'all later. Bye.